everyone. Today we are going to discuss about a new topic, integration by parts. Integration by parts. What is integration by parts? Why do we use integration by parts? Means if we have two different functions like x into sin inverse x is there, x into sin inverse x is there. That means here sin inverse x is, this is inverse trigonometric function. X is a algebraic function. So if we have two different functions like algebraic into integration or x into log x. See, this is algebraic function, this is logarithmic functions. Tan x into log x is there. Suppose if you have tan x into log x is there. Trigonometric function, logarithmic functions. Next, suppose if you have e power x into sin x. See, sin x is trigonometric functions, e power x is exponential functions. So if we have two different functions, then how to integrate the given function means we will use a concept called integration by parts. Suppose if we have two different functions f of x and g of x dx in otherwise u v is one function, v is another function. We can use either this formula or this formula. Instead of f of x I am using u, instead of g of x I am using v. So what is integration of f of x into g of x means f of x into integral of g of x dx minus derivative of f of x into integral of g of x dx whole dx. So otherwise u into integral of v dx minus integration of derivative of u into integral of v dx whole dx. This is the formula. Either we can write uv or f of x into g of x. By using this formula we will find the integration if we have two different functions, this is by parts. So in integration by parts, here two different functions are there, f of x and g of x. So among these two functions, which function we will consider as f of x, which function we will consider as g of x. So among the two functions, so how to select f of x and g of x means there is a rule. 99% cases we will follow the rule isolate. So in this isolate order, which function will come first, that function we will use as f of x. So which function will come first, that function we will call it as f of x. So I for inverse, L for logarithmic, A for algebraic, T for trigonometric, and E for exponential. So according to this order, 99% cases we will consider according to this order. So in this order, in highlight order, inverse, logarithmic, algebraic, trigonometric, exponential. In this order, which function will come first, that function we will select as f of x. This is the rule 99% to solve the cases integration by parts. Next, here the first problem is integration of x into sin x is there. So given integration of x into sin x. So here two functions are there. Algebraic, x is algebraic function and sin x is trigonometric function. Sin x is trigonometric function. So among these two functions, which function is f of x, which function is g of x? So how to decide which function is f of x and which function is g of x? Means according, just now I explained, Eilert order. According to Eilert order, we should consider f of x and g of x. First I is there in Eilert, first letter is I for inverse. Check among these two functions, inverse function is there or not. So in these two functions, inverse is not there. Next, come to next function. In next function, L is there. So L for logarithm. So observe, this is algebraic, this is trigonometric. Logarithmic function is also not there. Next in the Eilert order, third function is algebraic. So algebraic function is there. Yes, x is a algebraic function. So that's why in Eilert order, which function will come first, that function we will consider it as algebraic, which that function we will consider it as f of x. So here integration of x into sin x, sin x. So in Eilert order, which function will come first? Algebraic will function come first. That's why x is f of x, sin x is g of x. X is f of x and sin x is g of x. Now selection of the functions, which function is f of x, which function is g of x is over. Now apply the formula. What is the formula for integration of f of x into g of x dx? F of x into integration of g of x minus derivative of f of x into integration of g of x dx whole dx. This is the formula we will apply for the functions. Integration of x into sin x dx is there. So what is the formula? F of x into integral of g of x. What is f of x? X into integral of g of x. What is g of x? Sin x dx minus integration of d by dx of f of x. What is f of x? X. F of x is x into integration of g of x. What is g of x? Sin x dx whole dx. Next, integral of x sin x dx is equal to x into integration of sin x is minus cos x. Integration of sin x is minus cos x minus integral of derivative of x is 1 into integral of sin x is minus cos x. Integral of sin x is minus cos x. So integration of this part is over into how much is there? Dx is there into dx. So x into minus cos x minus x cos x minus into minus is there plus 1 into cos x dx. So minus x cos x plus integration of cos x is sin x plus c. Integration is over. So after completion of integration, you need to write plus c. Integration of x sin x dx is equal to how much? Minus x cos x plus sin x plus constant. This is the integration of the given function. Integration of x square into e power x is there. Product of two functions are there. If product of two functions are there, then how to integrate? So means by using the concept called integration by parts. So here what is given? Integral of x square into e power x into dx. So in integration by parts, the first step is selection of f of x, selection of g of x. Selection of f of x, selection of g of x. So which function among these two functions is f of x? Which function is g of x? Means it depends on Eilert rule. According to Eilert rule, we will select the given functions. Here e power x is exponential function. Here e power x is exponential function. X square is algebraic function. So in the given two functions, one is algebraic function, second one is exponential function. among these two functions, which is f of x, which is g of x, means Euler rule, according to Euler rule. First check whether inverse function is there in the given two functions or not. So in the given two functions, one is algebraic, second one is exponential. So there is no inverse function. Next, come to logarithmic. Check whether logarithmic is there or not in these two functions. There is no logarithmic function, so cancel this. Next, come algebraic. Third one is, if you come to third function, algebraic. So among these two functions, algebraic function is there. So then, therefore, algebraic function means x square is f of x. X square is f of x. Now, f of x. This is f of x. This is g of x. So selection of f of x into g of x is over. Now write the formula. Integral of f of x into g of x dx is equal to f of x into integration of g of x minus integral of derivative of f of x into integral of g of x dx whole dx x square into e power x into dx is equal to f of x is x square, f of x is x square into integral of g of x is e power x minus integral of d by dx of f of x. What is f of x? X square, derivative of x square into integral of g of x. What is g of x? E power x dx whole dx. So x square into integral of e power x is e power x. Integral of e power x is e power x minus derivative of x square is 2x into integral of e power x is derivative of x square is 2x into integration of this part is e power x. Derivative of x square is 2x. Integration of e power x is e power x. So this part is over. Next dx is there, right? Dx. X square into e power x minus 2 into x into e power x dx. X into e power x into dx. Next, integration of this part is over. Next, if you come to this part, integral of x e power x. Again, two different functions are there. X is algebraic function. Again, e power x is exponential function. So again we have to apply this formula. Here two functions are there. How to integrate these two functions means again we have to apply integration of f of x into g of x. X square into e power x, x square into e power x, x square into e power x minus 2 into apply the formula, apply this formula, f of x into integral of g of x into integration of e power x minus integral of derivative of x into d by dx of x into integration of e power x dx. So x square into e power x minus 2 into x into integration of e power x is e power x minus derivative of x is 1, d by dx of x is 1 into integration of e power x dx is e power x into dx. So x square into e power x minus 2 into x into e power x, 2x into e power x minus into minus plus 2 into integral of e power x dx. So x square into e power x minus 2x into e power x plus 2 into e power x, integration of e power x dx is e power x. So integration is completed. Integration of every part is completed, right? Plus constant. So what is common among these three functions? E power x is common. Here e power x is there, here also e power x is there, here also e power x is there. E power x. So x square minus 2x plus 2. If I take e power x common, I will get x square minus 2x plus 2. This is the integration of x square into e power x. See, if you observe this problem, there is a shortcut for this problem. X square into e power x. integration of x square into the same problem how to do in competitive exam means x square into e power x is there means e power x into c x square minus c plus to minus alternate signs will come here plus is there here minus will. What is the derivative of x square? 2x. Derivative of x square is 2x plus first sign for this plus is there, for this minus is there. Next derivative of minus 2x is derivative of 2x is 2 plus constant. Derivative of x square is 2x. Derivative of 2x is 2 and change the sign. This is the shortcut. Similarly, if you have integration of x cube into e power x in JEE mains or CET exam or MSET exam, whatever it may be, any competitive exam, how to do this problem? E power x into integration of x cube minus derivative of x cube is 3x square plus derivative of 3x square is 6x minus derivative of 6x is 6 plus constant. Change the signs alternately and write the derivatives of the x